Hello, welcome to Woodfired Weekly. This week we are going to be making one of our favourites here at the cooking school, Huevos Rancheros, a fantastic campfire sort of a dish. Let me get a pan in there to warm. Really, really simple, one pan, great way of feeding a crowd for brunch. So the first thing we need to do is start to soften some onions and peppers. We're going to go with a nice bit of chili oil, red onion, pepper. We'll put the bacon in there as well, lardons, and some garlic, and that can just all cook down together. So I've got the oven sort of reasonably hot. If this is browning too much, if it's kind of darkening the onion, I would just put a top on the pan. So that can go straight in and cook for 4 or 5 minutes, just until everything's nice and soft. We're up to a nice sizzle, so just stir that around, check it's not catching, not colouring up too much. Perfect. We've had a few minutes of nice sizzling and things are starting to soften nicely there. So I'm going to add a little hot paprika. Sweet paprika would also work. We'll have a little bit of spiciness in there. A little pinch of herbs. Maybe not too much salt because we've got the bacon lardons. Nice bit of pepper, and just give that another few moments of heat. So a couple more minutes and now we're ready to carry on. So that's all more or less cooked, nicely softened, and the bacon will be cooked. We can go for some peas, just a little bit of colour, tin of tomatoes, nice sweet San Marzano tomatoes we've got there, a little bit of chicken stock, and we're also going to add a splash of sherry there. Huevos Rancheros, rancher's eggs. This is kind of a cowboy campfire dish, really. And early in the morning, cold morning, the ranchers would probably have a little nip of brandy or something or other to keep out the cold. We're just going to put a little dash of sherry or sometimes brandy or something in there to give it a little something extra. And then that goes back into the oven. Let that reduce a little bit, not too much, but just all sort of simmer together, bubble down a little bit, and then we're going to crack in the eggs. Our sauce should be reduced now. Not too much, not so it's really thick, because it's going to go back into the oven again in a minute. So we want it reduced, but still some sauce there. So now we're going to crack eggs into here, and this really is a great one pan affair. And then over the top we're going to put some grated cheese. This could be some mozzarella, could be some we've got some cheddar here, but and it's an optional extra anyway, but if we've got a nice fire going in the oven, that cheese will kind of brown up nicely as well. And the egg should cook in the heat of the sauce and a little bit of grilling from above. And they should take 4 or 5 minutes. We'll have a look. We've got a nice bit of colour on top. The sauce is reduced a little bit again, and I'm just giving that a prod to make sure that The eggs are mostly cooked. They're going to carry on cooking anyway, so we don't need to fully bake them. And it looks fantastic. I would finish that with a nice sort of handful of coriander or parsley. And that's it. That is Huevos Rancheros, a really lovely campfire dish, really sort of simple to do and really good for feeding a crowd of people for lunch or brunch. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be doing another video every week. We'll put a link to the recipe below, put the recipe on our blog. Thank you very much for watching.